Hey gamers, what's up? It's your old pal Blaze here. Holy crap, have you heard the massive news that dropped today? Electronic Arts, EA, the kings of sports sims, and that one company that we all love to hate for their loot boxes and microtransactions in pay-to-win games is getting bought out in this insane $55 million deal. It's a consortium led by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund along with Silver Lake and Affinity Partners, which is run by none other than Jared Kushner, you know, the guy who's married to Ivanka Trump and is basically the son-in-law of the current US president. This means that EA is going private, so no more being a publicly traded company where they're at the mercy of Wall Street investors every quarter. Instead, it'll be owned by these private big shots. Well, it's pretty wild. So let's break it down and what this could mean for EA and our games, because as a gamer, I'm equal parts hyped, but also a little bit skeptical about this. So first off, remember the absolute dumpster fire that was Dragon Age: The Veilguard? Man, that game had so much potential. I mean, BioWare's back with dragons, magic, and epic quests, but it got absolutely torpedoed by all this super in-your-face woke stuff. They just felt really forced. I mean, we're talking about customizable pronouns, characters with top surgery scars for trans representation, and even moments where the game straight up lectures you on misgendering your gender identity. And misgendering and gender identity. It was like they were trying to educate gamers more than entertain us. And the backlash was absolutely massive. The gaming community blew up on social media. Review bombs hit pretty hard. And ultimately, the game more or less flopped big time. The sales absolutely tanked. And even BioWare devs were jumping ship afterward. It wasn't even just about the politics. It felt like the story and characters suffered because of it, turning what could have been a massive, deep RPG into something that prioritized messaging over fun. And Dragon Age has been a beloved franchise for EA for years. And I was looking forward to the new one, I really was, but then this whole backlash, this whole lecturing thing, this whole wokeness to it, I think overshadowed that. And the fact that they, like I said, they went in and tried to lecture you and they made, like, you know, surgery scars and stuff something as part of the game. I mean, this is a medieval universe we're talking about, right? Medieval fictional universe. Like, it just has no place in a game like that, at least in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree. If you disagree, that's okay, because, you know, that's what we're here about. We're all about discussing. We're all about putting our opinions on out there, so feel free to disagree. But it's not just Dragon Age. EA has had other games catching heat for similar vibes. Take The Sims 4, for example. What started as this chill life sim where you build families and mess around, it got loaded up with pronoun customizations, gender options galore, updates that some folks called straight up virtue signaling. Like, you can make non-binary sims, add top surgery scars there as well, and the game's been praised and roasted for pushing inclusivity pretty hard. But on social media, there's a ton of chatter about how it feels like EA is forcing modern identity politics into everything. And I mean, it's hard to deny that, especially with a game like Dragon Age, right, coming out, including surgery scars and all this trans pronoun stuff into a game that's like medieval fictional with magic and, you know, just medieval stuff. It didn't seem right. But even with a game like Sims 4, a cozy game about decorating houses, wooing neighbors, don't get me wrong, representation can be cool if it's organic, right? But when it comes across as checklist ticking, it rubs a lot of gamers the wrong way, and it sparks endless debates online, and I'm sure you've seen them. Now, with this buyout, EA is ditching the public market grind. As a publicly traded company, they were always chasing shareholder dollars, right? Think about how that pushed them into live service hell. Games like Apex Legends or FIFA Ultimate Team are cash cows with microtransactions, season passes, and endless grinding to keep profits rolling in quarter after quarter, right? Single-player story-driven gems, well, they took a backseat, to be fair, because they're riskier, one and done, no ongoing revenue stream. Anthem, Take a look at Anthem, for example, right? That was supposed to be their destiny killer, but it crashed and burned trying to be a live service mess. You know, but this whole purchase, going private, it could flip the script for them. Without Wall Street breathing down their necks, maybe EA gets more freedom to experiment, right? More resources into polished single-player experiences like a proper Mass Effect sequel, or reviving old-school RPGs without jamming in loot boxes everywhere. But here's the flip side. The Saudi money in the mix, Saudi Arabia not exactly being progressive on stuff like LGBTQ rights, we might see a hard pivot away from all that, the woke direction they've been going in. No more forced pronouns or gender lectures. That could be a breath of fresh air for some, but it might be a swing too far the other way, stifling creativity. And then there's the Jared Kushner angle, right? President Trump's son-in-law having a stake. Does that mean political influence is going to creep in? Could EA games start leaning more conservative or get tangled in US and Saudi geopolitics? Imagine if future titles subtly push certain agendas, or if devs feel pressure to tone down anything controversial. Overall, is this a good thing for EA? Could it mean better games if they focus on quality over quarterly earnings, ditching the greedy live service obsession for stuff that actually feels fun and replayable? I mean, look at Battlefield 6, for example. You know, Battlefield 6, they've sort of like ditched a lot of the woke checklisting sort of stuff in Battlefield 6, and they're going back to their roots and basically listening to the community, and they've had a massive success in terms of getting this game promoted, right? They've took shots at Call of Duty for a lot of their goofy stuff, their skin packs and silly celebrity endorsements, right? They've taken shots at Call of Duty, and the community's lapping it up right now. They're talking about how, you know, they're going to just focus on making this a good Battlefield game, and they're going back to the roots and what made Battlefield great in the first place. And I think it would be good if we saw that and that energy in that direction come back to all of EA's franchises, whether it's Apex Legends, whether it's Dragon Age, whether it's The Sims, you know, a lot of EA's big franchises. I would love to see that energy in that direction, where games just go back to their roots and what made them great in the first place, instead of trying to inject, you know, current agendas and current politics and gender identities and all that sort of stuff. Just make games, okay? I mean, representation and diversity and everything is great if it's done naturally. Just do it naturally. Don't make it feel so forced, like it's only in there to tick a box, all right? But yeah, anyways, I'll ask again, is this a good thing for EA? Let me know in the comment section if they focus on quality over quarterly earnings, ditch the greedy live service obsession for stuff that actually feels fun and replayable, or could it go south with the new owners basically imposing their own biases, leading to even more corporate meddling? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Will this deal save EA from the absolute disasters that it's put out just recently, and help bring back the glory days of story-focused hits? Or is it going to make things worse with potential political strings attached, right? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm dying to hear your thoughts on this. Anyways, I'm Blaze. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon down below for more gaming news every single day. I love you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing week, because it's Monday. It's the start of a new week. And we're getting close to Halloween, so tune in every day at 1 p.m. for some gaming goodness. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Let's go.